How many of you have ever thought, I'd really love to do this amazing thing, but I can't afford it? And then out of nowhere, you get a phone call or an email, or maybe even find $20 in your jeans or $200 in your handbag or $2,000 under the mattress. And suddenly, guess what? You can afford it. Isn't life funny like that? You know, it's a little bit like the universe is playing a little cosmic joke saying, hey, you thought you were broke, huh? Well, watch this. Now I want you to think about something just for a second. The idea that I can't afford it may or may not be true. So let that sit with you, let that marinate. Because here's the kicker. Most of the time, we're just making stuff up. We really are. And if you don't believe me, let's play this little game and you'll see for yourself. Let's call it the reverse excuse game. So imagine that you're telling yourself one of the classic excuses. It's going to be difficult. How easy is that to say? Or it's going to take a long time. Or I can't afford it. Yeah, that's my favorite. I call it the holy trinity of self-sabotage. But here's the plot twister. What if you paused, stopped, and said, wait, maybe that's not true? What's the reverse of that? What's the other side? So let's flip it. It's going to be difficult. What's the reverse? Well, it's going to be easy. Now, can you be 100% sure that it's going to be easy? No, of course not. But can you be 100% sure that it's going to be difficult? Also, no, how can you be sure? But why in the world would you choose the thought that keeps you stuck? You know, it's like choosing to wear, wet socks when there's a perfectly good pair of dry socks, right in your drawers. So I'm going to tell you a story. And for transparency, it's my story. Once upon a time, I had this brilliant idea. All my ideas are brilliant. Now, I had the idea to write a book, a life-changing, world-shaking, opera, book club type masterpiece. But guess what? After I had that wonderful idea for 2 whole years, I told myself, I'm not a writer. My idea is great, and what I wanted to put into my book is great, but I have no clue where to start. I became totally committed to this elevator pitch excuse of mine. It sort of became my go-to party story, Oh, yeah, I'd like to write a book, but I'm not a writer. And people probably started avoiding me at gatherings as well. And then one day, my coach, bless his very brutally honest heart, he called me out and he said, hey, Nicole, you're talking yourself into a ditch. You're talking yourself into a hole. That hurt, but it was fair. And he helped me create a simple plan. It was very obvious and simple. He said, write 400 words a week. That's it, just 400 words. Doesn't sound like much, right? But over time, it really added up. And guess what? 18 months later, I had a finished book. Yes, I committed to doing those 400 words every single week. Sure, it took another 2 years to get it published. People weren't, bending over backwards to publish me. But I used the same method. I sent the manuscript out to a set number of publishers every week. And I didn't know anybody in that world until one day a publisher said yes. Guys, persistence is real. It's a thing. It pays off. Your excuses are lying to you. Here's a thought. Can you be 100% sure that your excuse is true? Like absolutely, without a doubt true. I'm too old. Are you really? It's too risky. Says who? It's not my nature. Did you have your DNA checked? Come on, most of the time the answer is no. So let's flip it. What's the reverse of those thoughts? I'm too old. Well, becomes, okay, I'm old, but I've got the wisdom and the experience to nail this now. it's too risky becomes, what if it's not risky at all? Let's find out. It's not my nature. Well, that can become, well, maybe I've never tried it, so how on earth will I know? You see, I'm looking for a solution. And the best part, neither the excuse nor the reverse of the excuse is guaranteed to be true. But the reverse thought, that one that gives you momentum, you know, it opens the door. It lets you take a step forward. And isn't that what you want? I don't think you want to stay stuck, do you? You see, excuses belong in the ultimate dumpster fire. So let's be real. Where do these excuses even come from in the first place? They come from you. Yep. You're the mastermind behind those I can't, behind it's too hard, behind what if I fail? Congratulations, you're the CEO of Excuses Limited or Excuses Inc. But here's the good news. If you created those excuses, you can uncreate them. Imagine your brain as a little factory, and right now it's cranking out excuses on a conveyor belt. But what if it just demanded a little bit of rewiring? You can switch the settings, and instead of producing I can't, it starts to produce I cans. Just new instructions. You see, the choice of that instruction is down to you. That's your choice. So here's the million or billion-dollar question. Why would you or anyone choose a thought that keeps them stuck? Seriously, why? If both it's going to be difficult and it's going to be easy might be true, why not at least pick the one that makes you feel good? You know, why not choose the thought that gets you closer to where you want to be or what you want to desire? Remember, you become what you think about. Yeah, thoughts are things. They really are. They're energy, they're frequencies, and that's what we're made of. So whether you want it or not, your thoughts, which you get to choose, shape your actions. So if you're thinking it's going to be easy, you're much more likely to act and to behave as if it's easy. And guess what? Acting like it's easy makes it easier. I'll see you soon. And if you have any questions, please just leave it in the comments and I'll get back to you, okay? Remember, it's your choice. Bye.